Hey everyone, hope you're doing good. So I'm going to talk to you guys today about the audience monetization process and basically how we get an audience that you currently already have and basically just monetize them so you can make money out of it, which is what everyone wants apparently. But before I do that, I want to do a quick disclaimer. If this is your goal, like your whole like sole goal was literally just to create this audience so you can basically just monetize off them like extremely quickly, then I don't know if this video is for you, because the way we do it is that we don't implement any of this until you have like at least a decent following, because if you do this too early, it removes people's opinion of you, because everyone is always thinking to themselves like, okay, this person is just trying to like sell me on something, this person is just trying to like get my money, and they haven't built any sort of rapport. You only have like, let's say like 5 or 6 videos on your page and you're trying to like get like people to jump into you, then no, you don't want to implement most of it. You can implement the first part over here, but then all of this stuff over there, it's going to be a bit tricky to implement if you just don't have anything going on. So if you got like a couple videos on your page, you're starting to get some decent traffic, then this is the video that you need to be watching. So the audience monetization process. So an audience comes in for different channels. So for example, you can have TikTok, YouTube, you could have Facebook, you could have Instagram. Doesn't matter. You're going to be getting traffic on different platforms ideally, and then you're going to funnel everything back to one central place. So this central spot could be like an email list, it could be like a Facebook group, it doesn't matter. Like, it just has to be like a central spot. So once the audience comes in, they have a CTA at the end of most of the videos that you're going to be posting to click on a lead magnet. And this lead magnet is basically going to be something that you have to, sorry about the neighbors, man. Anyways, this CTA is basically going to be something that you have to craft specifically for your audience. It has to be something that speaks out to them, something that makes them feel like, wow, why is this free? Like, it has to make them feel like, why are you giving this away for free? And you always want to get that reaction, because you're gonna get a lot more people actually paying attention to you. Like, okay, this person is really serious about what they're doing, or they might think like you're silly, or like they just want to like get some free information off you, and that's completely fine. Like, people can do that. But the unique thing that is something that they can't like really copy. Even though they can copy your strategies and everything, they can't copy you, essentially, because you are like the face of your coaching business, your business, your service-based business. Doesn't matter. You are basically the face, so they can't copy you. So they can copy all your strategies, but the way you're gonna do it to other people, they can't copy that. So it doesn't matter if you're giving away your strategies. Don't feel like, oh, I have to hide my secrets, because if your secrets and the information you have is the only thing that's separating you from like someone else, then I'm sorry, you are going to be outperformed every single time, because like information is nothing if that is your major selling point. If your major selling point is basically like the stuff that I could just buy access to whatever course that you're selling, and now I can teach that to someone else, but with my personality now, and now suddenly I'm going to be selling more than you, even though you made the information. So you have to have something attached to it, whether that be some sort of like one-on-one coaching, whether that be some like I'm done for you, or like done with you, something that kind of like brings you to them. It just sets you apart, because now you're competing with yourself, essentially. But that's another video for another day. That's something I like to tell people that just always want to sell information and they don't want to like give anything else, essentially. Anyways, so once you have that lead magnet that's specifically crafted, I'll show you some examples later on. To get that lead magnet, obviously they have to give you your email or join a Facebook group, optional. I always recommend both, but you can have like one or the other. So let's say they join like via Facebook group. They join the Facebook group and get a lead magnet, obviously. Then the lead magnet, there's two ways you can actually book an appointment if they join the Facebook group. So the first way is like obviously the qualifying questions in your group thing. So you have like 3 questions that you can ask them, like what they're doing, biggest problem they face, and if you would like to reach out to solve that problem. And then once they if they do that, you could have like a setter that basically like reaches out to this person, gives them value, and then offers to have like a longer chat about it, and then boom, you have a book meeting just like that, because it's an inbound lead. They kind of already know about you, so these leads are a lot easier to like close to meetings, essentially. Another lead magnet you could also like have as well. So once they've joined and they join the lead magnet educates them, and at the end of it there's always going to be a call to action. And then if the call to action gets utilized, and if it doesn't, there's 2 ways you can go. So if it gets utilized, obviously that's a book meeting for you, because it will be a link to book a meeting, or maybe like buy something that you're selling. And then if they don't, then a VA or actually some automation actually reaches out to the prospect, and then they qualify them. So what that means is that like they make sure that the person who actually read this is actually someone that like can benefit from it. So for example, if they're not let's say if the prospect is qualified, they go to the sequence, which is where we ask the automation asks them to rate the lead magnet from a scale of 1 to 10. The reason why you want to ask them to scale from 1 to 10, it basically doesn't feel like any sort of like defense. It doesn't feel like you're going to the emails and be like, hey, why didn't you like book a call? Like, what the heck is wrong with you? You're not doing that. You're basically kind of doing it in a sense like, hey, I'm just curious. I want some feedback on what did you think about it? Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being like, this is horrible, I can't wait to delete this off my phone, and 10 being like, wow, I can actually see this, how it can actually help me in my business. And if they didn't rate it anything like close to like, let's say like a 9 or a 10, then there's a problem. So basically what that means is that they have an underlying doubt about your service or like your book that you need to address essentially. And what that would be is basically the way you would address it is like you ask them like, okay, well, let's say they told you, oh, I don't know, it's maybe like a 6, it's a 6. So you're going to be like, okay, if it's a 6, that's cool. What do you think could take this from a 6 to a 10? And then once they give you the answer, they'll be like, I don't know, man. You didn't really touch on how you actually do this. You didn't really touch on how you do X. You didn't touch on how you do Y. That's the only thing I'm curious about. If you did that, then it will take it to a 10. And now, boom, you've just literally just got like the only thing stopping them from booking a call. So now you can basically just answer those questions for them, and now boom, they're going to get to a conversation, they're going to be confident in your service or program, and then they're going to go on a call with you. And that's essentially how this whole like process works. And yeah, it's not complicated at all. Like, it's very simple stuff. Like, I don't know how some people have like these complicated like flowcharts and stuff like that, or like, oh, if this person does this, we do this, but like this is like super simple. We give them a lead magnet. The lead magnet will have information and a call to action. If they use the call to action, it's a book meeting. If they don't, we just reach out and we qualify them, and then we make sure that we can transform that reach out into a book meeting. And that's basically it. There isn't any sort of like fancy magic or secret sauce like all these coaches will tell you like they have. I have the secret sauce that I need to tell you. Like, there's no magic to it. This is very simple stuff, and this is what we implement for people essentially. But like I said before, if information is like the thing that keeps you that keeps the money in your bank account, then you need to start implementing some stuff, because like I'm telling you, if someone gets the hand of the information and they just start selling it to other people and they have a personality and something else to what they're doing, then you're going to be beaten all of the time, and they're going to be able to charge way more than you do. So always keep that in mind, especially when it comes to like, you know, any sort of like course or stuff like that. Like, always have some sort of element where like you are kind of involved into it. Everyone always wants to have this lifestyle business where like they do like a course launch where they get like the world like 100k like in 2 weeks, and now they're set, and then boom, they have to do that again after like 3 months because they realize it's not recurrent info, and like they have a bunch of people asking them for refunds. Anyway, that's another video for another day. I don't want to bore you guys, but anyways, take care of yourself, guys. Hope you implement this. Copy, I don't care. My selling point is not information, so you can do whatever you want with this. Take care of yourselves, and peace.